Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to tell you straight up, in 2005, I had the chance to meet someone who I idolized and revered for decades. I got a story for you and it is time to tell it. I've been holding on to this one for a while. It was through an audition that I had for a film that this person was in. And not only that, but I knew the director of the film at the time as well. My manager and I was feeling really good about the opportunity. So the casting director called me in. I read the first time, did really well. We just waited for the call back and it happened. They called me back. I went back, nailed it again. And we were feeling really good about it, not only because of what I did, but because, hey, you know the director and things are looking good at that point. And they did call me. Now, when they called me, they said, Johnny did great, but we cast the role. The director, us, would like Johnny to do featured background work for the film. My acting coach at the time was George DeGenzo. George DeGenzo is an actor's actor, and he told me to never do background work. If you don't know George, he was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Back to the Future, Helter Skelter, Hawaii Five-0, Law and Order, over 100 films. He taught me so much. He said, you are the Black Marlon Brando. You belong in front of the camera, and you should only let these people see you in that way. When they called and asked us that, we immediately said no. We don't do it. Not only that, we had good reason. I mean, I'm going on auditions. Why would I do background work in a film when I can just go on another reading and get cast in something else? A week goes by and they call back again 2 weeks later and they're saying, okay, Johnny, this would be a favor for the director now. He needs you to do the background work because he does not trust the average background artist to do this background work. It's a featured background throughout the entire film. And we're like, okay, we love you, but no. Another week goes by and then they call us again. They say, Johnny, if you do the background work, what we'll do is we'll bump up the pay rate per day. And on top of that, we'll use you in the table reading for the script. So I was like, wait a minute, you're going to use me in the table reading where I get to read the script and exchange lines with the person that I've been revering for half my life and these other incredible actors that are in the film? And I get a bump up? And my manager and I was like, okay, all right, so we'll do it. Next Monday, I'm driving up to Steiner Studios. I show up, I'm the first person there. To the main entrance here, and security gives me a badge. Put the badge around my neck. I go up to the floor. You can see when the elevator opens, there's a long hallway here, okay? And then there's rooms throughout the hallway, similar to this. I go in one room, put my bags down, and then I find out across from the room that I was in is where we're gonna have the table reading for the script. I check in with the PA, and then basically put my stuff down and I asked the PA, because I just got off the road, I say, where's the bathroom in the restaurant? I need to use the bathroom. He says, okay, just leave out this door and go left down the long hallway. And when you get to the end, you'll see the men's room. I leave out the room. I walk down the hallway. Down the other end of the hallway is the person that I've been wanting to meet and revered for so long. He's coming out of one room and coming up the hallway, going in the opposite direction. So we're about to cross paths now. And he's walking with a PA, a production assistant. You could tell they're doing like small talk and they're kind of like laughing. And it's early in the morning. So I was like, wow, I was like, this is it. I'm going to introduce myself. Think about the context here, okay? I am an actor. At this point in time, I'm an up-and-comer. I auditioned for the film. They did not cast me in the film. They begged me to do the background work. I know the director. I show up and I'm also supposed to be there to do the table reading. At this point in time, I have many meaningful conversations with actors and famous people, such as Sam Jackson, Salma Hayek, George Clooney, Andre Braugher. The list goes on and on and on. I just didn't think, or I would have any issue, speaking to this person. Felt very comfortable. So as we're walking, eye contact. He's walking, I'm walking, and then we get close enough within about 6 feet. I extend my hand like this and I go, "Good morning, mister." And before I can finish his last name, he looks me dead in the eye and just decides to walk around me. No hello, no good morning, nothing. So at that point, I stop walking, my hand drops, and I look back. I hear like him laughing. And I was just like, okay. I start walking again, bring myself back together. I go to the bathroom and immediately I get on my cell phone and I call my wife at the time. And I told her what happened. And she was like, "What?" And I'm not even going to tell you the rest of the conversation. So you can guess what was being said. I hang up the phone. I tell her I love you. I'm going to go back to work here and see what comes of the day. And I leave the bathroom. I start making my way back up the hallway the opposite way now. As I'm walking down the hallway, the elevator opens up and out comes one of the most famous actresses of our time. At that point, I kind of had enough of trying to, exchange pleasantries with famous folks. So I just kind of like put my head down and didn't say anything. And all of a sudden I hear her say, "Excuse me, sir, good morning." And I kind of looked up and realized she was talking to me. And I said, "Good morning, miss." And I said her last name just so she knew that I knew who she was. And she says, "Where's the room that we're using for the table reading?" And I said, "Okay, follow me." And I kind of took a few steps over and pointed her the rest of the way. And she went into the room and she said, "Thank you so much." She said, "Have a great rest of the day." And I was like, wow. I was like, all right, cool. That's how, it's supposed to go down. I don't know what that other thing was about, So I go back into my holding area. I tell the PA, I said, "Listen, I'm here for the table reading and I need a copy of the script." The PA like makes some calls on the walkie-talkie and says, "Yeah, we're gonna get you a copy of the script, this, that, and the other." And about 30 minutes go by, and then they come to me and say, "Well, Johnny, they decide they don't need you for the table reading." Okay. At that point, I'm pissed. Okay. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be one of those days. You keep the context. Not only am I there doing something that I really didn't want to be doing anyway, my whole purpose was to meet this person and to talk to them and everyone else and to do the table reading in front of the director that I know. And now they got me trapped there to do the background work. The business is a rough, crazy business. When people show you who they are at first, trust it, that's who they are. And I got to tell you, I think it was about 4 weeks that I was there on the set. I had a chance to talk to everybody except that person. He just would not talk to me. There's a lot of lessons to be learned there. Thank you so much, guys and girls. When I say guys, I mean girls too. So guys and girls, thank you so much for supporting the channel. In the comments, if you want to take a guess at who this actor was or is, put your guess in the comments. And what I'll do is, if you're wrong, I'll like and heart the comment. If you're right, what I'll do is I'll reply to it instead. All right? So I'll see you on the next one. Peace.